A pleasant good morning to each and every one of you boys and girls. And how are you feeling this morning? I trust that you all had a wonderful night rest and you're all pumped and ready for today's mathematical lesson exercises. Very well. Now before we go into anything, before we go into the topics and so on, Miss Emily would like to take you on an adventure. Now, in order for you to go on this adventure, you would have to gear up yourself with certain things to protect you, to help you to go along safely during the course of the adventure. The first thing you would have to put on is your thinking caps, right? Put on your thinking caps because you will be thinking a lot. You would also need to pick up that little bag there that has all of the things that you need to remember in order to help you during the course of this lesson. So put it on, gear up, and let's go right in. Now, before we go into the adventure, we would have to know what the adventure is all about. Now, the adventure is all about family, the word family. Now, since we know what the adventure is about, let me tell you what you would be learning at the end of this entire lesson. So, at the end of today's lesson, you will define the term family. You will correctly list at least 2 types of family and you would explain the types of family. Let me go it over one more time for you. At the end of today's lesson, you will define the term family, correctly list at least 2 types of family and explain the types of families. Great. So now that we know that, we are going to be moving forward. Now, family. When you hear the word family, what comes to that mind of yours? Let's take suggestion. Let's take answers. Okay, Kamlawati, you can go. What do you think about the family? What comes to mind when you hear the word family? Very good. Did you hear what she said? She said a group of people. Kamlawati said a group of people, and that is so correct. A family can be a group of people, yes. But however, that does not only make up the group of family. The family have other ways. You can use other ways to determine if that is a family that you're looking at. So anybody else? Great, lovely. Marriage. I like that, Marianne. I like that. Now, marriage. When you say marriage, let me explain to you what she means. She simply means when 2 perfect strangers, your mommy and your daddy, get to know each other, they get married. And when they get married and they sign that paper and they're officially married, they become a family. Very good. So we become a family. A family can be a group of people. They can be related by marriage. Anybody else? Great. Very good. You can be related by blood. I like these children. They're thinking. I like the cap that you're wearing. Okay. They can be related by blood. So, how can we be related by blood? Let me give you a perfect example. Your mommy and your daddy came together and they had a baby. And that baby is sitting right in my class here today, and I'm looking at all of you. Now, you collected their DNA and you came from them. So therefore, you are related to them by blood. Now, let's go into the definition that Miss Emily has here for you. A family. And there's a lovely picture of the family. Now, a family is a group of people who are related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Now, I've heard persons mention that, a family can be a group of persons. They can be related by blood. They can also be related by marriage. But I am guessing that you are not properly, familiar with the term adoption. Let me say it again, the word adoption. Now, what is adoption? Before you could understand what adoption is, we have to go back from the beginning. So let us put on our goggles and zoom in to the beginning of adoption. Now, adoption, the beginning of it all started, the entire adoption process all starts in an orphanage. In an orphanage, let me say that word properly. Orphanage, very good. Now, what is an orphanage? An orphanage is a place where where children live. Right? Anybody ever went to an orphanage before? Lovely, I like that. Very good, a lot of you. Great. So an orphanage is a place where children live. Now, in order for that, and the persons there that are, the children there that are living in that orphanage, they are called a special name. The special name is an orphan. right? An orphan. They do not have parents at all. Their parents left them there. Some of their parents left them there. Some of their parents passed away. Some of them do not have anybody to look after them. So they are placed in an orphanage and they become an orphan. Now, in order for them to become a part of a new family, two persons, a husband and a wife, need to come together and make a decision, and they would be like this. Oh, I think it's time for us to get a child, or I think it's time for us to have a baby. And they would, if there's no possible way of getting it naturally, they would go to the orphanage, sign documents, and mind you, when they are signing these documents, they are actually making promises. For example, one promise would be to look after that child, whether the child is a baby, a toddler, a primary school student just like your ages, or a teenager. They are making that promise so that when the child is that age, they would look at that child, provide for that child, love that child, care for that child, up until the child reaches an age to take care of him or herself, right? So that is basically what adoption means. So when you are related by blood, related by marriage, or even adopted, you are a part of a family. Now, one of the strange thing is that there are many types of family sitting right in this classroom here today. Now, let me tell you some of the persons that can be in a family. There is mommy, daddy, myself, which is the child. There's the children, there's baby, there's grandmother and grandfather, there is uncle, there is aunt, there is your cousins, and even some of you, there is your uncle-in-law, your aunt-in-law, and so on. Now, one of the things is, not all of us may have all of those persons in our family. Some of us may not have grandmother, grandfather, uncle, aunt, and these kinds of things. But some of us may just have our mommy and us. Some of us may have our mommy and daddy and us. And some of us may have all of the persons that we mentioned earlier. So let's go into the types of family. Now, some of us may have a single parent family. The next type of family would be the nuclear family. And the other type of family would be the extended family. Very good, you're reading along. So let's go it over again. The types of family would be the single parent family, nuclear family, and the extended family. Very good. Now let's go into depth with it. What does it mean? The first picture that is coming up there is a mother and her two children. A mother and her two children. Look at it carefully. Now, if you have this type of family, if this is the members, these are the members that are in your family, then you have a single parent family. Let's say it again, a single parent family. Now, let's read the definition. This family is made up of one parent and a child or children. This family is made up of one parent and a child or children. Now, this simply means, when you hear the word single parent, it simply means one parent. One single parent is there present with the child. Now, it could be mommy and the children, or it can be daddy and the children, right? So it does not necessarily have to be mommy and the children alone. No, there are other kinds of single parent family, for example, where the father is the only parent in the family, or sometimes the mother is the only parent in the family, right? Very good. So let's move on to the other type of family. The other type of family is, look on the slide, you can see mommy, daddy, and you can see the brother and a sister. Now, if you have this type of family, you have a nuclear family. Now, what is a nuclear family, some of you may ask? Let's read. This family is made up of both parents and also their child or children. Let's read it again. This family is made up of both parents and also their child or children. Now, if you have this type of family where mommy and daddy is present along with you or your brothers and sister, then that is a nuclear family. Then you have a nuclear family. Remember, both parents have to be present in order for it to be a nuclear family. Now let's go on to the other type of family. Now this family is rather very big, very large. There is mommy, daddy, you, your baby sister, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, your grandparents, your cousins, your brother-in-law, your aunt-in-law. Now, this type of family is very big, and for that, it is called an extended family. Now, some of you may have an extended family at home where everybody is living in the same house or in the same yard. Now, this family is made up of parents, children, grandparents, and even relatives. So, you see, this family is very large, hence the name is as well. Now I have a little activity here for you. I have pictures here and I would like you to give me examples, or not examples. Let me read the instructions for you. Which group of family do I belong to? Now you are going to tell me when you see the picture, what is the name or what is the type of family that it belongs to. The first picture is Daddy and the children. Daddy and the children. Okay, Rafita, you can go. Very good. Did you hear what she said? She said single parent family. Now let's go to the other one. Wow, very good. Now this family has mommy, daddy, and the 2 children. Very good, Kamlawati. Kamlawati said the nuclear family. Yes, she is perfectly correct. Now the final one is, wow, this one have grandfather, grandmother, mommy, daddy, and the children. There's also a baby. Very good. This is called the extended family. Now, you are all correct. Now, let's go into a lovely little activity, a little online game. Now, I have a link that is provided for you. The instruction says to click on the link provided to get the game. Now, when you click on the link, a game will come up. Now, you would have to read. Let's read the instruction when the game appears. The instruction says, what type of family is shown in the finished puzzle? So you have to fix the puzzle before you figure out what type of family is there. Now let's fix. Come on. You can do it. I know you can. Ooh, it's so tricky. Okay, let's get fixing. Wow. This is so tricky. Okay, we are almost there. Yes, we are almost there. Wow, this is very challenging. We are almost there. Great, so this is the last piece of puzzle. Now, what type of family do we have? We have a nuclear family. Give yourselves a clap. So let's go. Let's read the question. A family is a group of people living under the same roof that are related by 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, Chanty Paul, very good. Very good. Did you hear what he said, Chanty Paul? Speak loudly. Okay, next. Very good. Give him a clap. Very good. Next, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, Cindy, I see you. What do I have to put on this sign, Cindy? Are you sure? Yes, give her a clap. Girl. Okay, Sandy, what has to go here? Last but not least, very good. Now let's read what it states. A family is a group of people living under the same roof that are related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Very good. Now here, we call this my family, home. My family and home. Now, there are 3 different types of family that will be stepping out of that home. Now let's go with the first one. The lovely lady and her daughter are stepping out there. Mommy and her daughter is stepping out of the house. Think about it. Which group of family does these members belong to? Okay, let's give the others who didn't have a try. Malaika, which family type does this mother and her daughter belong to? Very good. Did you hear what Malaika said? Did you hear her? She said that it's a single parent family. Let's go to the next type of family. Wow, this is a very big family. It has grandma, mommy, daddy, there's baby, there's the little boy, the brother, there's aunt, there are cousins. Yes, very good, Christina. This is an extended family. Now let's put them here. Last but not least, there's the last of the family that is stepping out there. There is mother, father, daughter, and son. Yes. Now with that, it would have brought us to the end of our lovely family lesson for today. Give yourselves a very good clap. Thank you very much.